Let me ask you something. Do you feel like debt has been weighing you down for years? Maybe it's credit card debt, medical bills, or personal loans. Every month you send off payment after payment, but the balance never seems to go away. And now, you're in your 50s or 60s, and retirement is getting closer. You're wondering, how can I ever save for the future when I can't even get out of debt today? Here's the good news. Paying off high-interest debt can actually be your first step to building wealth. It's not just about getting rid of bills. It's about freeing up money, lowering stress, and opening the door to investing for your future. In this video, I'll show you how paying off high-interest debt is a win-win strategy. 1. It guarantees you a financial return, sometimes better than investing. 2. It increases the money you can save and invest for retirement. 3. And it gives you peace of mind, knowing you're finally in control. If you're between 50 and 67 and you've spent your life taking care of everyone else but neglected your own financial health, this video is for you. First, let's talk about what high-interest debt is doing to your money. Most credit cards charge 15% to 29.9% interest. That means if you carry a balance of $10,000 at 20% interest, you're paying about $2,000 per year in interest alone, just for the privilege of owing money. Think about that. $2,000 a year is money you could have invested, money that could be compounding for your future. Instead, it's going straight into the bank's pocket. Here's the truth. Carrying high-interest debt is like trying to fill a bucket with water while there's a hole at the bottom. No matter how hard you work, the money keeps leaking out. Now here's the key insight. Paying off debt is the same as earning a guaranteed return. Let's say you have a credit card at 20% interest. If you pay that debt off, it's like earning a 20% return on your money, guaranteed, risk-free. Compare that to investing in the stock market, which averages 7 to 10% per year, but with ups and downs. So if you're carrying debt at 18%, 20%, or higher, paying it off is one of the best investments you can make. It's a win-win. You save money on interest, you free up cash flow for future investments, and you reduce stress at the same time. Here's the reality. As long as you're buried in debt, it's almost impossible to build real wealth. Every dollar you send to a credit card company is a dollar you can't invest for your retirement. And the sad truth is, many people in their 50s and 60s are still carrying heavy debt. Studies show that about 40% of Americans over 55 still carry credit card balances. This means debt isn't just costing you money, it's costing you time. Time you could be using to let your investments grow before retirement. Now imagine this. Right now, you're paying $500 a month toward credit card debt. That feels like money down the drain. But what if you could eliminate that debt? Suddenly, that $500 is free to be invested every month into an ETF or retirement account. Let's look at what happens if you redirect that $500 into investments. In 10 years, at 7% growth, you'd have about $86,542. In 15 years, nearly $158,481. In 20 years, more than $260,463. That's the power of shifting from paying interest to earning interest. That's the wealth shift. Paying off debt isn't just about the math. It's also about how it makes you feel. When you're debt-free, you sleep better at night. You feel lighter, freer, more in control. For someone in their 50s or 60s, this peace of mind is priceless. You've spent years stressing about bills. Imagine how it feels to finally break free. So how do you actually pay off high-interest debt? There are two main strategies. 1. Debt avalanche method. Focus on paying off the debt with the highest interest rate first, while making minimum payments on the others. This saves you the most money long-term. 2. Debt snowball method. Focus on paying off the smallest debt first, then roll that payment into the next debt. This builds momentum and motivation. Which one is better? It depends on you. If you're motivated by quick wins, start with the snowball. If you want the maximum savings, go with the avalanche. The important thing is to pick a strategy and stick with it. Let's walk through a real-life example. Meet John and Maria. They're both 55 and they have $20,000 in credit card debt at 18% interest. Their minimum payment is about $500 a month. They decide to attack the debt aggressively, paying $1,000 a month. In just over 2 years, they're debt-free. Now, that $1,000 a month is free to invest. If they invest that $1,000 each month into a simple ETF growing at 7%, by age 65, they'd have about $173,085. By age 70, almost $316,962. So by paying off debt first, they not only save thousands in interest, but they also open the door to building real wealth. That's the win-win. Of course, paying off debt is only half the battle. The other half is staying out of debt. Here are some simple rules to avoid falling back into the trap. 1. Use credit cards only if you can pay the balance in full each month. 2. Build an emergency fund of at least 3 months' worth of expenses so you don't rely on credit when life happens. 3. Live below your means. Focus on needs over wants. 4. When tempted by a big purchase, ask yourself, will this help me or set me back? Remember, wealth isn't just about what you earn, it's about what you keep. For many people in their 50s and 60s, it's not just about retirement, it's about what you leave behind. Imagine this. You pay off your debt, you start investing, and you build a nest egg. Not only do you give yourself a more comfortable retirement, you'll also leave behind a financial inheritance and a legacy of financial wisdom and security for your children and grandchildren. You're showing them that it's never too late to turn things around. That's powerful. I know tackling debt and starting to invest can feel overwhelming, but you don't have to do it alone. Our financial books walk you through debt payoff, investing basics, and retirement strategies step by step. Our private community is a safe place to connect with others on the same journey. Share your progress, ask questions, and get support. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Each week we'll bring you new strategies to help you catch up financially and build the future you deserve. So here's the truth. Debt may have held you back in the past, but it doesn't have to define your future. Every dollar you use to pay off high-interest debt is a guaranteed win. And once that debt is gone, that same money becomes the fuel that grows your investments, your retirement, and your legacy. It's a double victory, less stress today, more wealth tomorrow. So don't give up. Don't think it's too late. Start now. Pay off that debt. Then invest the money you free up. Your future self and your family will thank you. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe, check out our financial books, and join our private community. And most of all, believe this truth. It's never too late to build wealth.